2020 has been a difficult and interesting year for sure. So when you think about that, the year started, it was going to be business as usual for most, and all of a sudden around March 15, serious lockdown in most of the country. What was interesting to see was what our alumni have done. So our alumni are in position of leadership. So the school is a relatively young school, and now we're seeing our alumni being at the top of organizations, and our alumni have risen to the occasion and have been able to deliver. So that's been an interesting world for sure. The university pivot, we brought everything online. Can't say it's always perfect, but we have been able to do this, and our alumni have done the same. So not always. So it's funny. We talk with alumni from financial institutions, from auditing firms, from the restaurant industry, from the retail industry. One of them is very involved in a shipping company, and in the same way, like their business volume went up by 500% overnight because people, had to face that, and you don't have the resources, and then you have to implement a lot of security measures and things like this that definitely do not help efficiency when you think about that. So that's been the 2020 year, and we've been trying to pivot in the School of Accounting and Finance and trying to make the best out of a bad situation. So initially we cancel a lot of events, then realize we can't just live without events. So starting to list event again, but how can we make them richer because of the new environment that we have being online? So our Women in Finance event, which is something that we're very proud of to have at the school, for the first time showcase women in finance from around the world. And instead of just, doing the same thing, usually we're limited by people that are in a close distance to Toronto that can attend an event. So this year we had people, I believe, in 8 different time zones that were participating in the event. So we've been able to showcase people from the Netherlands, from San Francisco, from the UK, somebody else that was in the middle of the United States at the time. So I think that was a big success story. I think that's some of the learning we get from the global pandemic. Some of the situations that we're seeing were already changing. So education was changing, meetings in the business world were changing. Why fly around the world for an hour meeting? There was less and less of that. But so all of a sudden we accelerated some of those things. We made us reconsider things that we were doing before, we'd never considered to do before, and saying, hey, this is feasible and we can do that. Obviously, it's brought new challenges that did not exist before. And again, challenges for where the alumni of the School of Accounting and Finance are definitely well prepared to deal with. Integrity of data, security of networks, breaches, things like this, making sure that we're able to have a control loop, knowing what's happening in the organizations or things that people have done. Not only did we have people working from home, people were working from home with 2 kids that had to be homeschooled, and then all of a sudden talk about moving into the 21st century with respect to work-life balance. So we've seen couples working, mom working in the morning and dad working in the afternoon, and organizing their meetings to be able to give lessons to their kids at some point, and then in the middle of the night taking some of their work that they have to do after. So our society did very well, and our University of Waterloo alumni have been even better in that setting. Yes, we're very excited about the leadership our alumni have shown, and one of the shortcomings is people don't always keep in touch and don't exactly know where somebody is. And we're very excited to try to use the opportunity offered by the pandemic to put together a series of hopefully 52 different alumni story over the next year, about once a week. And we hope that will become the go-to place in your agenda at a given hour during the week where a new alumni story is released, and trying to showcase to both other alumni what your colleagues have been succeeding in doing since they graduated, to our current students what you can become when you're an alumni, and to our potential, future students, why choosing the University of Waterloo is a good path for your career. So we'll try to showcase alumni of all ages in all sectors, having had, success, sometimes also talking about their failures potentially and things that have made them grown in this environment. As we said, facing a global pandemic, if you had to Google, how do I get my company through a pandemic, you probably would not find this answer. And so the true value of a leader is going to be found not in dealing with pre-organized things where the solution is already made, but to deal with situations that have never occurred before. And that's when you roll up your sleeve, you take a leap of faith, you analyze your environment, and then you move forward. And we believe we're going to have amazing story to tell you this year. We've worked on the first few ones already, and I think you're going to be very proud to see to belong to the SAF School of Accounting and Finance family. You're with your brothers and sisters are doing amazing things out there.